Live. Good evening. Happy New Year, everyone. Looks like I'm here by myself. Mike is in Florida. If he makes it up, super duper, it'd be a more fun show. But guys, it seems like silver's getting a little harder to get. Wholesalers are raising their prices again. Notice one of our wholesalers almost doubled the wholesale price of silver above spot. So want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Hello, David Rubin, North Carolina, Stacker, John Jacobs, Danny, Kevin Hawthorne, Warren Slick. So we've got a whole 23 people in here. If you guys have a question, please put 3 question marks in front of it. As I start running behind, I will sit there and only read the questions with question marks. I'm going to do my best to try to keep up with everything. It's a little easier when there's 2 people here. Yeah, it's way easier. So I've been, I just did a video yesterday, and God, I don't even remember what the name of it was. It was about demand's up. That's right. Demand is up. What does that mean for silver retail market? Basically, what that means is with the higher demand becomes higher premiums. As I said earlier, one of our wholesalers raised their rates, almost doubled it. They were 50, now they're 90 cents over spot. And that's not even the half of it. I'm gonna flop this screen open to you. How do I get that? I don't even know how to share a screen. There it is. I am lost, dudes. Here we go. Look at this. I don't know if you can see that real well. You got silver spot sitting there at 82.46 bid, 82.58 ask, up $1.27 on the evening. That's almost 59 times face just for 90%. And if you scroll down here, right here, we got a 54.46 gold to silver ratio. Yeah, that is definitely something, right? I think so. So where am I at? Maybe, I don't know. See, now my thing's all messed up. There we go. Me and buttons, right? So I had a couple comments on the video yesterday that we made about demand being up, and there were people commenting, and they were saying, one of them in the Detroit area said they had people waiting 2 hours to buy silver. Other people said that they were having similar experiences. So yeah, it's going crazy. I'm even starting to get a little low. I'm not out yet, but it is starting to impact the availability of silver, the demand the retail market is asking. And we're not just talking about the retail market. I just showed you on the paper market, it's $82 and looks like 51 cents right now. So it's also getting a little push there. It started off today at, what did it start off today at? It was like 77 or something. I was all busy today. I didn't get a chance to look a whole lot at spot. Here we go. Stevan says, don't sell below spot, boys and girls. I think we're looking at a new market now. You were getting some silver rounds at around spot, some a little lower, sometimes a little higher. I don't think that's going to be happening much anymore. I don't think you're going to be able to get 90% much longer at or below spot as well. So, Mr. E, how can I look up wholesale prices? The way you look them up is you become a dealer and start buying from the people, and they will send you sheets. They will email you sheets. There's really no way to look them up. And it's proprietary information with each wholesaler, so we can't share the visual sheet here. Yeah, all we can do is say. We can't even tell you which wholesaler it's from because it's all proprietary. And yeah, they'll get on us about that. Here we go. Metal Mobster says, when a customer comes to the shop to do a silver to gold trade, do you do each transaction separately or do you do a straight swap? I usually, what I do for that, when someone wants to trade silver for gold or gold for silver, it seems like I'm going to have to shrink it a little closer. I was 7 ounces one way or the other. I eliminated all premiums, but we're going to have to bring that down a little closer if we're going to continue to do it in the future, because 7 ounces of silver is quite a bit of money now. So yeah, we just do a straight swap and we take look at the gold to silver ratio. So like before I've readjusted, it's sitting at 54.72. So I would get 7 extra ounces or give away seven less ounces. Depends on how they want to do it. But again, that's probably going to come down to 5. I'll have to go over the figures and the numbers and see what we can do. James Schultz, what's up, my friend? Okay. Eliminating premiums is nice. You're not going to eliminate premiums. I mean, they're coming back for everybody. We were buying on an average 50 cents to $1 back a spot, and now we're having to pay about 75 cents to $1.25 over wholesale. And that will trickle to the retail public unless more people come in and start selling the stuff, and then that'll do a reversal on the premiums. But right now there's a huge demand for silver, and it's going to continue to go as silver continues to go up. It's going to continue to raise that premium if we don't have something reversed to where we get more sellers than buyers. And it's the same way with the wholesalers. They're in the same boat I am. So we're kind of, I don't know, can I say screwed? Yeah, we're screwed if these premiums don't go. With these prices, I've started stacking silver dimes. I'm averaging paying $5, $6 per dime. You're going to be probably paying around $6+ now. Because like I said, the melt is spot, which is 82 or 81.99 at this moment. It keeps going times 0.715. That is the face multiplier you'll get. I think it's 58 and some change. So no paperwork then for the swap. No, we have to do an inventory style paperwork, but no, we don't. No, if you're not giving us, or I'm sorry, if we're not giving you money, we don't have to have as much paperwork. Still got to have paperwork. Always paperwork. Okay, sorry, I did that one already. Scroll down. Warren Slick says, I thought I would trade some silver for gold, but the way silver is going up, maybe I shouldn't. Silver might be a better choice. Thoughts? My thoughts is don't get rid of your silver for gold at this time yet. It is, as Warren Slick said, it is moving too fast. The guy called me crazy. I said, and he wanted to trade an ounce of gold. He wanted to give me an ounce of gold for silver. And it was like 63 to 1. I said, I'll give you 57 ounces, which was after I told him that, I got to thinking, I'm like, man, that's like almost $400. But I told him, I sit there and said, nobody is going to trade you exactly what you see there. And now we're looking a week and a half later, and I would have lost. So that is something that is possible to happen if you trade your silver off for gold. So be cautious on that. I wouldn't do it now. No, sir. No, ma'am. No how, no way. Premium for gold to silver swap I should have clarified when you were doing that. That was a good deal at the time. A lot of people, they look at that gold to silver ratio. That's just a paper swap type thing. It's not, the dealer has to pay bills, or wherever you do it, they're going to charge you a little something somewhere. It depends on how much volume they move as to how big their percentage has to be. The less volume, the larger the percent. That's just, I guess, economics, right? Here we go. Perfid Finds. I secretly bought a platinum maple 1 ounce last October. How should I go about telling my wife about it now? Say, honey, look what I bought last year. I'm going to sell it and you get half the money. That's the best way to tell her. Other than that, if you haven't told her yet, I wouldn't tell her. Just my opinion, and I'm just a guy. But be careful. Don't keep things from your spouse. Is silver truly harder to get? Haven't most dealers been buying silver in large quantities from the public for the past few months? Shouldn't coin shops be inventory heavy? We were inventory heavy until early December. What happened was in early December, and I did mention that even my sales went up extravagantly. You can look at other people's videos. They're talking about how much their sales went up in December, but yet the buys didn't go up. So if the sales go up and the buys don't, your inventory starts getting hit, And that is what happens. Some of the larger dealers are experiencing such a high volume of purchases from the public that they are being delayed 2-3 weeks on shipping some stuff. So when you make your order, take a look and see exactly, are they shipping now or are they holding it? Either way, as long as you can get the silver, you're good to go. And thank you for that, Tommy Stacker. I appreciate you, man. Mr. E says, a lot of LCS dealers sell their gold maples for the same price as eagles. Does your wholesaler still sell the maples cheaper? One of them does not, but the rest of them, they sell them like $10 cheaper. They're not much cheaper now because the premiums are a little gone. I haven't looked today because we don't operate open, or I'm sorry, we're not open to the public, so I wasn't looking at spot that much today. I actually had to go to Detroit, doctor's appointment for someone. There's the beautiful wife. Here is Great Crabs. Hello, Keith, Angel, JJ, and chat. Smash the like. Don't forget to hit the like button. He is smashing that like. North Carolina Stagger says, do you have a delivery date for 2026 Eagles? And what type of premium are you preparing for those? At this time, we don't have a delivery date. We should find out something. Mike is down in Florida. He'll probably be talking with the U.S. Mint and see what kind of delivery date we can get for you on that. We should know something next weekend, but don't hold me to it because one time with their fun show, and they're like, no, we're not giving a date yet. So we just really don't know. I don't recommend at this time buying pre-sale because there's a chance your order could get canceled. If you've already paid, they're like, no, we ain't doing it. We got to cancel because when we order from the Mint, we have to pay at the time we place the order. And if they're not, I don't know if they're allowing orders yet. So if they're not allowing orders and you've already prepaid, it's probably not going to be on there. But then again, some people even like myself will buy stuff. And if I commit to sell it, I'll sell it at a loss if that's what it takes to make the customer happy. Here we go. Mudswat says, I think 40% gold, 60% silver is a good split. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of issues with that myself. I usually do a 50-50 split. And now I'm kind of, okay, I got too much value in my silver. Everybody has their own ratio. Some people go like you, 40-60. Some people go 50-50, 25-75, 75-20. Whatever makes it work, it makes you comfortable. But be cautious if you are doing a percentage ratio split on your stacking. With silver going up, I mean, you're talking a month ago, it was 66, 67 to 1, and now it's 54. So even if you're using a ratio, you're going to have to be doing something a little bit different, possibly getting rid of some of your silver. I don't recommend that. What I recommend is buy more gold to go with your silver. I don't like to sell my personal stack. I do occasionally. Okay, now he says 80% silver, 20% gold. Thank you again, Mudswat. Crazy Stacker. How much is the average premium on ASEs with the way silver has been moving? They have went up. They were $6. They're a little bit higher now. I haven't checked today. I did get an info. Oh, here, let me look. Let me look real quick, see if I can. Okay, 1 ounce of it's gold. Where's it at? Well, they're pre-selling them. They're saying mid-January from one of the wholesalers for the Silver Eagles. So I'm thinking they're going to be plus 6 or 7, looking at what the wholesale is for the 2026s. And believe it or not, random year is only a nickel cheaper. And they do not have a date for 2025s yet. So yeah, the premiums are somewhat consistent. Normal retail on a Silver Eagle is usually about $5 to $8 over for a common date, unless it's a 25. Here we go. Hello, Keith. Is it better to sell wheat cents by the roller or in bulk? Because I'm putting them in paper rolls, crimping the roll ends. More people can afford lower cost stuff. I personally, if they were mine, I would sit there and throw them into rolls and sell them roll at a time. Because when you sell them in bag, it's like, okay, let's talk $5 or 10 cents a piece is $5. So let's talk $4 or $3 or whatever. Or you put 100 rows together and now someone's going to have to pay like 300. They might not be so willing to buy that many. But instead of paying $3 for a wheat cent, they might pay 7 or 8 just for one row. Profitability, you're better off doing the row. Thanks, Great Craft, for that. Is this thing on? No, Mudspot, it's off. 192 watching. Wow. 236 is what I'm seeing. What's going on here, guys? Wow. 75 likes. We have 472 thumbs, but only 75 have hit the like button. What's up with that? I do believe, Silver, you've seen videos going up on YouTube the past few days about silver getting tighter, people running out of silver. The surplus is not there like it was a month ago. And I think we're going to start experiencing more and more premium. I know when I go into the shop, it's not silver at rounded to the dollar. I'm going to have to figure out what it is tomorrow. And it's not 90% at melt either. So we're going to have to figure out what's going on tomorrow morning, because you are looking right now at this very moment. It's $80.50. So it's coming down a little bit. So, I mean, all this talking I'm doing tonight might not mean nothing come morning, but that's why we have wholesalers sending us lists throughout the day. We have different wholesalers. I mean, there's probably every half hour I'm getting a different wholesaler giving me prices. And that helps me to keep track of where premiums are at. So it's real important to stay on top of those premiums, because it can, like just we started on the evening, silver was up $1.27. And I've only been going for 16 minutes, and now it's already down 81 cents. We was 54.46 to 1, and now we're 55.65 gold to silver ratio. That's a big difference. Are dealers still paying below spot for constitutional silver? I'm going to check that tomorrow. We were paying below spot because I had a good day on Whatnot, and I said that in the video. People are starting to pay more in the retail public. We were getting spot plus, but then you got to take 7% off that on Whatnot. I mean, that's a huge amount of money to give up. I mean, every $100, $7 goes to Whatnot and the pay processor. So when I sell, I told you guys, I sold silver ounces for $85, $86, but then you got to take 7% off that. I got pretty close to spot, but there was some of them that only went for, I think 80, and then oh man, I got burnt on a dollar bag of quarters, dude. $11. $1 face went for $11. And I'm like, I'm holding that bag, and I'm like, dude, $11? Come on. You guys got a great deal. Let's do it again. And then I put another one up, and then it went for like 58. So I was okay. It was just a fluke. I think I wonder if that glitches on purpose or not. I don't know. I could sell half my stack and make triple what I paid for it. Should I sell to take much profit and still keep half my stack? First, I wouldn't sell half your stack. What I would do, if you're looking to take some profit out, maybe take your profit out and maybe an extra 50% over what you paid for everything. I mean, if you're really interested in pulling some money off the top, that way you're looking at some profit. You're not taking your stack down 50%, because if it keeps going, you'll feel sorry. But if it goes down, you won't feel sorry about now selling half. You'll feel sorry if you didn't sell anything at all. So that way you can have your money invested plus 50% and still have about 3/4 of your stack. So it's like free silver, dude. Yeah, I wouldn't sell half my stack. But again, my opinion, I'm just a guy. Use your own due diligence last first. And as I always say, check with a financial advisor if you need help, because I am not it. Okay, where we at? Let's scroll down a little bit. Yoke Fan says, what do you recommend? I use tax return to buy silver. What's the best way? Silver rounds, buy BU silver, or one numismatic coin with a good grade I normally couldn't buy. Okay, use your tax return to buy silver. That's a good thing, but it probably wouldn't hurt throughout the year to buy a couple dimes here and there. The numismatics, someone did post a comment on that, and they were talking about numismatics, and they said Should I buy buying silver or numismatics? If you can get a great graded Morgan and really nice Morgan, and you can right now, you could probably be looking close to an MS63 at almost the same spot price. I mean, not spot price, but 1 ounce spot price, not the melt of the Morgan. So you're looking at $80, and you can buy an MS63 in between the $75 to $90 range for a common date. You still got 0.76 ounce troy ounce of silver in there. I personally, because I favor numismatics, I would buy that, but I would change up a little bit and just buy a couple dimes throughout the year too, and not just rely on one type. Because right now tax turn's coming around and silver's up where it was. It's triple what it was a year ago. That's amazing, and it's going to start showing in the availability of silver. Okay, here is Robert Pintoff's remark last first. He says he personally would not let any silver go at this time. Gold is pricing itself out of the range of average people. Therefore, silver will be the good go-to value, in his opinion. It'll be the go-to value. And I do believe that to be true. And I've always said to people, the secret of fractional gold. It's a pretty simple philosophy, and now we are seeing part of that secret. Outside of fractional gold becoming a rare date, it's the fact that you're looking at $4,500 gold. How many people got $4,500? Well, now let's talk around almost $500 for a 10th ounce. A lot of people got that. Not everybody, but some people do. So the secret of fractional gold is as it goes higher, the fractional pieces are still affordable for the average person. Scroll down. Here we go. Mr. Coin Crew says, only sell if you need the money for something. Otherwise, it would be harder to replace. Definitely true, folks, because it's like I thought, I'm thinking, because I did a video, Demand Up. I did the video about Sunday's YouTube auction, about Monday's Whatnot auction. And by the way, if you haven't checked out Coin Crew Whatnot page, go over there and bookmark my shows. I think we got 10 of them scheduled. Wow, 300 people. Thank you guys so much. I hope you all had a blessed New Year. And I thought, man, I did really good. And now looking at silver above $80, I'm like, did I really do good? Probably not. And again, hold it. It's still going. It's still going. And we don't know if it's going to keep going. It could go the other way. You could lose money. But it doesn't mean get crazy and sell half. Just sell a little bit of it to get your investment plus something back. But Mrs. Coin Crew says don't sell none at all. I believe in smart business decision when it comes to stacking. If you have an opportunity, like right now, to at least get your money back, at a bare minimum, it makes sense to pull your money out and let the rest sit, unless you need the money for something. Because that way, if it goes down, you're not crying about it. Here we go. Doug Chipley. Have you heard when the gold Batman coins will be released? I ordered during the pre-sale and haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything. I can get with Mike on that because I'll be reviewing this video to pull some shorts out of this video. So I'll check with Mike on that. I'll give him a call because he can ask the mint because he's right there in Florida and they're set up there. Will you be in the shop next Friday the 16th? Dr. Silver, I will. I will be there. Thank you for asking. Scroll in. There are a lot of mods in here to help answer questions too. If you don't put question marks and I miss it or I miss it, they will help answer the questions as well. We have a great bunch of mods. I would give them a big hand, a big round of applause. They do awesome. And I do apologize if I miss you. I am just trying, man. It's harder to do this with just one person. Barian 1210 for JJ2 for me. I'm not sure what you're talking about, 949. Okay, and here's something. Faulty Nickel says it's going to go back up and surpass the previous record by the dip. You should always, if you can afford to jump in on a dip, dips are just a normal occurrence in investing, whether it be real estate, stock market, or the silver metals or gold metal. It's a natural occurrence of a rising or falling price. We have forward upward momentum. So, like when it dips down a couple bucks, if you can afford it, buy a couple ounces. It's always a smart thing. Miss Coin Crew says she thinks 50-60 will be the new floor. Well, I hate to put a number on a floor, but she's got to be close to right. Maybe a little low, but again, my opinion. Mudswat says people are already paying $100 for premium round. There is always a buyer. So if this has actually happened, people are paying $100 for a premium silver round. That is showing the momentum, the desire from the retail public to want that silver. That's right. I'm not saying silver is getting hard. I'm saying it's getting harder than it is now. You're going to go in some pawn shops, you won't find anything. You're going to go in some coin shops, you won't find anything. They'll have some numismatic stuff, and some you'll go in and they'll just be loaded. But they might have a little bit higher premium too. So if you can afford it, stick with it. Repetitive cost average. That is the key. Cost average your stack. You can never go wrong with that. Of course, we're all cost averaging our stacks up right now. Marcus Green, hello, my friend. I keep seeing this AI-generated Asia guy every night using different channels. Do you think someone is trying to influence Silver Stacker, and why? There is always someone with a hidden agenda when it comes to silver. Now, you guys are going to sit there and say, Keith, you're a dealer. You have a hidden agenda. No, my agenda is quite different than everybody else's. That is why I am on YouTube talking to you about different things pertaining to silver. My agenda is to inform you, to let you know. But most people have the agenda of trying to sell you something. My agenda is basically, guys, watch my videos, and then I don't have to sell you nothing. YouTube will give me pennies on the videos. But in seriousness, most dealers, most people in investing like that, making videos with AI and stuff, their agenda is to try to collect that ad revenue. That is an easy way to make money if you can generate enough of it. But a lot of those guys, they may have the hidden agenda of, I got a lot of silver, let's pump it up and then dump ours in the market. That did happen in 2011. A lot of people dumped silver. And that is, our markets are similar with all of the applications for silver in 2011 and today, unlike 1980, where there wasn't a whole lot of applications for the silver products. So, yeah, the hidden agenda is the guy must have a lot, or he's just trying to generate a lot of money. I don't trust the AI type videos. It's different like when you get AI and they're throwing up your, like I do my shorts, I pull videos out of this. And for some people that miss, they can catch some of the highlighted shorts. And then the AI will generate the text in the video. But no, I just don't like it. It's just me. I just don't like it. AI is helpful, but it's like anything else. It's new. We got to get used to it. Here we go, Mudswad. Think the validity is coming from price realization. I think that could be it. We're back up almost to 81 again. So, yeah. People are realizing that silver is harder to get, and they're willing to pay it. And even the investors buying the contracts on the COMEX and such. And that is what's affecting the paper. Jamie Fox says, what are you buying back at, Keith? Right now, with I don't recommend selling, but I will tell you that I'm going to make 10% of whatever I will sell it for. I know it sounds high, but when you think about $1, that's only 10 cents. I used to be closer to the 5 or below, but you've seen it last week. It dipped $7, and the week before that, it went up $7. We just don't know. We have to protect ourselves as far as being able to pay the bills, because we can't buy something on Friday and then on Monday it go down $7 and sell it for less than we paid. We'll be out of business quick. So we have to have that cushion there. I know you guys are probably giving me a whole bunch of thumbs down now and say, oh, that's too much. It's really not. If I was a larger volume dealer, I would buy closer to, but I just don't sell. I don't sell 1 million ounces in a day. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. What's up, Wolf Tracks? Says Mrs. Coin Crew. Here we go. Do you talk about the news of the government-sponsored smelter coming online? No, I don't know anything about that. Nothing about a DH junkie, but thank you for asking. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know everything or I know something. I'm going to skip a couple of these because I am running so far behind. There's so many people here. You know, this is the most people we've ever had in chat. 342. Wow, 152 likes and quite a few thumbs down too. But hey, we'll take what we can get. It's still activity. Still feeds that YouTube algorithm beast, right? So let's skip down a little bit. So I might miss a couple of questions. I'm trying to catch most of them. Here we go. See Bob. How's your shop doing? My shop has been nonstop buying and selling. Yes. Buys were up, or not my buys. My selling was up over 40%, probably closer to 45 in December. It accelerated because I stayed open in between Christmas and New Year's. I started that last year. So yeah, it's just crazy. My buying is staying pretty steady, 40, 50,000 a week or something. Nothing great, but yeah, I'm still buying a lot. If you have enough for 1 ounce, is it better to get 4/4 ounce size? Are you talking, come back with me on that mystery and let me know if you're talking about silver or gold. I can try to do it. If you have enough for 1 ounce, is it better to get 4/4 ounce? If you're talking gold, yes. Silver, no. Buy 90%. I think that would cover you coming back to me too. But if I didn't answer your question properly, just come on back and put some question marks and I'll come back to it. Wow, look at that. You know I'm behind. 128, 310 watching. Wow, this is just crazy. And I'm by myself too trying to do this. Happy New Year. Hope to see a bunch of you at the fun show. Yeah, guys, the fun show is coming up this weekend. I think it's probably already started. If not, it'll be tomorrow for early birds and such. If you're down in the Florida area, go down there. Mike is set up down there at the fun show. We've got some shows we're going to be doing this year. We've got Lansing, Michigan, Tulsa. We have Little Rock, Arkansas. We're going to be setting up a lot of good shows. Mike is sponsoring. So go down and say hi to him this weekend if you're down there. Tell him Keith sent you. His brother Keith sent you. Did you hear the news about the U.S. government metals refinery? No, I didn't hear nothing about it, Marcus. Someone just asked that question. It's open in 2029. Department of War will control about 40%. What do you think? If a government office is controlling it, I don't like it. That's all I got to say about that. It could be part of what's going on. Maybe I'll look into that and see if we can, maybe figure out something. Whoa, I am slow. Look at that, J-Dog, $5. Boom. Thank you, my friend. Guys, your super chats are greatly appreciated, not required, but they do help the channel. Help me make more videos. Road trip if weather is good. See you around noon. All right, super duper. I'll see you around noon on Friday the 16th, my friend, if you make it. See, I remembered. Paid $100 today, British PCDS 1 ounce MS70, $20 over. I think 95. Yeah, you probably did good. And 90 to 100, maybe 105 tops. You were in the market, Paul D. You were definitely in the market. Mr. E says, if you have enough of 1 ounce, better to buy 1/4 ounce. I think we did that already. Man, this is just, I'm like all hyper. Because normally I got Mike talking and I can be scrolling through for the next question. Spiky Mikey, hi guys. Silver is $111.72 in Canada. What should a fair premium be on maples? I think $5 over is fair in the US. So whatever that translates into Canada, what would that be? About 120 would be fair. 120, 122. I don't know. I don't know what the trade ratio is. Just take $5, trade it to Canadian, and that would be fair. Silver hit over 83. What about 90%? Silver, what is that going to go for, and what are the premiums on it? Premiums are starting to come back on 90%. I'm actually getting low on 90% myself. So the below melt might end up getting, I guess you could say, ending pretty soon. So yeah, there's that. And I made a video a couple weeks ago talking about silver hitting $83.93 high. That's right. In the evening after market, the high was 83.93. So it's already been there. It just never closed above 80 at that point. I think it closed at 79 and some change. It was just a couple videos ago. Wow, look at all those coin fanatics. A blanket. Good evening, everyone, says AZ. Thank you, my friend. Eric Williams says 80 may seem high now, but it might seem quite cheap. That is true, guys. And I'm not telling you go out and hawk the farm and get you some silver. What I'm saying is buy what you can afford. Don't borrow money to buy it, because we could be looking at another good year. Because if you remember right, if silver, you've always been told silver follows gold. I mean, you guys have heard that before, I'm sure. Well, for 2 years, gold was 2,000, and now 2 years later, it's 4,500. So if silver follows gold, doesn't it make sense if silver is $80 for it to go up 2 times what it is? I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying silver follows gold. We all know that. It just follows it and moves up and down at a faster rate, but it doesn't always move in tandem. But I guess you can see we're starting to see it now. It's only been since October that it's been on a run. So you still got, 3 months ago? So you still got 21 months of runway. Good night, Coin Crew. Have a great chat, everyone. Hit the like. Thank you, Great Craft. Appreciate you, my friend. I'm only 7 minutes behind. I'm not doing too bad. Look at that, Mr. Marmello, New Zealand $5 super sticker. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for the super sticker, dude. Appreciate you. Mudswat says, example of people who want to invest and make a book about it. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Mike Malone, for example. A lot of those type of people, their interest. We were talking about the AI videos a while ago. These people that make books talking about silver, they're finding something that's hot, a hot topic. They do a little research and they make a book about it. You might see them make 3 or 4 books, but if the topic gets cold, you won't see them talking about silver and gold no more. They do it all the time. That is, like I was talking about, the hidden agenda this AI person makes. If the I guess you could say momentum of silver goes back to where it's just selling, it doesn't go down or go up, and it's just humdrum, kind of moving sideways, those people are going to get out, stop not making any more videos. It just doesn't make sense for them. They're in it. Those type of folks that make using these AI videos, they're probably just in it for the money. Look at that, J Dog, White Trash. Wow, 3 years, dude. Coin Crew Nation, thank you, my friend. Thank you. If I'm a little loud, I do apologize. Man, I'm excited because you guys have got me sweating here and working. So better to buy 1 ounce of gold of 4/4. I think 4/4 ounces is better than 1 ounce on gold because it's a smaller dollar amount. More people have less money than have more money. If gold gets up, and I'm not saying it's going to 10 or 20,000. I heard years ago, gold's going to 5,000, gold's going to 20,000, 15,000. And I'm not saying it's going to get there. But if it does, more people can afford 1/4 of that price than the whole price. So that's why I talk about the secret of fractional gold. I have a customer since 1975. He only buys 1 example of each 1 ounce or size large, like a double eagle, a St. God's, a 1 ounce gold eagle. Other than that, it's all tenths and quarters, and he's got a lot of gold. Yeah. Here we go. Miss Coin Crew complains he will have more time for a Q&A. There you go. Wow. Here we go. Mudswat again. Diversity is important. If you can have 4 different gold coins than 1, it may help your chances of getting a good hit gain. Yeah, and we were talking about one of the secrets of fractional gold is you could have bought a year, like say 1990. It's not so much a great thing now because the gold and silver prices have surpassed the collectability. But it used to be you could take 1991 half-ounce gold eagle and trade it for 2 ounces of gold because it became that rare. But because of the metal prices, the numismatic collectability of coins has been surpassed by the metal content, the bullion value inside them. I remember you used to be able to get MS-63 mortgage just, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. $40. That's right, $40 in a holder. As a matter of fact, someone got one off my website at 38 when they went up to 45. My point is, now they're 80 plus because silver's 80 plus. Okay, let's scroll down. Okay, I think China has great influence over the American exchange. I don't know, Mike, about it, if that's true or not. I just kind of buy stocks for the dividends myself, or for the metals. Yeah, anybody with a big pocket will have influence over the metals. Danny Johnson, hey, Coin Crew, Michael Oliver saying 200 to 300 by end of 2026 and 505 years. His evidence makes sense. Is that too good to be true? You know, I watched a video the other day, and I'm not going to say whose video it is. There's only two kinds of people out there: the people that don't know, and the people that know that don't know that they don't know. You either don't know or you don't know you don't know. It's that simple. There's no telling where silver's going to go. It's like you're searching on the internet for one topic, right? And then all of a sudden it starts showing you all of what you're searching for. And what you want is you want the opposing views too. It's not going to show you the opposing views. For everything that supports it's going up to 500, you could probably find something else to support that says it's going down to $20. So anybody that tells you this early on that it can go that high in that period, I don't know. Just doesn't make sense. I do believe we are in a position where gold and silver, especially silver, has good momentum. The general public has woken up because it's went up so much in the past 3 months. They have woken up and they are starting to come in and buy. They're buying physical. They're buying paper. They are just buying. And they have money, the general public. When you take 1 million people that spend $1, it's a lot better than one person that spends 50,000. Because that's 950,000 more dollars of sold silver. So yeah, the GQ public is driving the momentum up on the paper and the physical market. So I don't know if we could get there. I'm not saying we're not. I just don't know if I could put that kind of number on it. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Mr. E, for my question, is talking about gold. Yeah, I think I covered that. Crazy Stagger, yes, the government is opening a refinery. Zinc, my opinion, to recoup the zinc from modern sense because of how much money was lost minting. Well, zinc's not that expensive. It doesn't make sense. There's something else going. There has to be something else going on, because you're sitting here saying to recoup zinc. I mean, zinc's not that expensive. And a lot of times the zinc, if you lose the penny in the ground, the zinc just kind of dissolves away. You guys had found pennies where the pennies just, if that copper layer coating gets punctured or scratched off in a way, you just end up with a little piece of copper and that zinc just kind of dissolves. Like a silver coin in the oceans of salt water for hundreds of years, it just kind of starts pitting away, and that happens to zinc a lot quicker. I don't know if it'd be cost effective. Maybe it might be more cost effective to get the teeny bit of copper off those things than the zinc. Here we go. Mr. E, 90% becoming value silver these days. However, it can't be expensive if it's going up. Entry point. Not quite understanding that. 90% silver going silver. Well, 90% silver, you can still get at spot, but it is going up. That's what we can say about that. I'm not quite understanding. Do you think we could see silver bull run for the next 10 to 15 years? I don't think so. I don't think the economy can handle a 10 to 15 year bull run like it has been the past 3 months. Having said that, you guys are going to think I'm just so far out there what I'm fixing to say. If this year's momentum, almost triple the price, happens for the next 5 years, I do not think it will. But if the next 5 years silver triples every year, don't you think that'd be more than an ounce of gold today? Just break out your calculator. You guys probably think I'm crazy. I don't think the momentum will be there. But hypothetically, if it is, isn't that what would happen? There's more industrial applications for silver. Most gold is put in jewelry. So there you have that, something to think about. And I think a lot of people are starting to put that in their mind. If this momentum can keep up, not even at the rate that we've seen, we're looking at huge price increases from this point on. So that is what basically is making silver harder to get, the demand, whether it be physical, whether it be paper contracts on the COMEX. I mean, there's just so much going on. Okay, here we go. Hi, Coin Crew. Thomas from Oklahoma City. Will platinum equal gold price by end of year? I wouldn't put a time on it, but I do know platinum is more rare than gold. So it is possible, but when it would happen, no, I wouldn't. I don't like to put time frames on prices because it's like I'm telling you, because a lot of people, I know I'm not the best guy in the world to listen to here on YouTube, but there are a lot of you that come to our shows and you want the truth. And that's what I'm going to tell you. The truth is, I don't know. And nobody who says they do know is being truthful with you, because nobody knows the future. None of us own that crystal ball that we can sit there and rub, and we don't know. We can guess, we can look at some charts, we can do our best guesstimation, but that's all we can do. But yes, platinum will equal up to gold and surpass it at some point in time. It used to be more expensive. I remember when platinum was $2,500. I don't even remember what year it was. I know it was before 2012. I want to say 6 or 7. Gold was like 600 or 700. It could have been 7 or 8 too, but gold price was 600 or 700. Platinum was 25. Platinum is at or about 15 times more rare than gold. Here we go. Doug Wagner, 35 months. Wow, Coin Crew Nation rocks. Thank you, Doug. Man, that's almost 3 years, dude. You're trying to get that OG status. Look at this. Oh, here we go again. Get it louder. Go aim for GG mill level. In Marmello. Thank you, my friend. Here we go, Spiky Mikey. You are doing a great job tonight, sir. Thank you. Dude, I appreciate all you guys being in here. 323 of you in the chat. We lost a few of you, but some of you are still here. We, the last show of the year, last year, we hit our first 200 likes. I mean, we was hanging on at the very, very end of the show. We're like, come on, let us get that. Well, guys, thank you so much. We are 209, and we still got 13 minutes left. Wow, you guys rock. I have a 5-gallon bucket filled with 95% copper pennies. Do you think they might be worth something in the future? They are worth something right now. I wouldn't get rid of them because the penny's not worth getting rid of anymore. But what I would recommend is just hold them. Maybe the government will pass a law to allow pennies in the future. Right now, you can only melt. It is only legal to melt pennies to make works of art with. Other than that, it is illegal to try to melt pennies to extract their copper. So keep that in mind. If you do, you can make penny art. Hey, that sounds pretty cool, penny art, right? But I would keep them. They're not worth selling at this point in time. Who'd be the buyers of 200, 300 ounce physical silver? I would be the buyer. I would buy it at that for 10% less than what I sell it for. Or maybe closer, depending on how the flow. If the flow picks up, I could shrink that. But you're going to have a buy-sell spread. It ain't what you don't know that gets you in trouble. It's what you know for sure that just ain't so. Mark Twain. There you go. Thank you. Well, look at this. Wendy. Hey, member 7 months. Thank you for all the channel memberships, guys. All the super jets. You guys rock so much. Here we go, Mr. E again. Are we getting backlogged silver deficit for the next 6 years plus going forward? Do we ever catch back up? Could silver's bull run go for the next 10, 15 years? The problem we're facing, silver's been in a deficit since I think 2019, maybe 20, right in one of those 2 years. We've been using more silver in industry than we've been pulling out of the ground. Eventually, and I made a video about this a while back, something's got to give. whether it's just going to go straight up real fast like it's doing now and just hover somewhere, but something's got to give. We've got to figure out maybe an alternative source for some of this silver. Instead of using silver, there has to be some other source that we can use and substitute the silver and not put the silver in it. I know silver is very critical. A lot of people say silver's not used in everything. No, you're right. It's not used in everything. But guess what? This ink pen right here takes silver to make it. All the electrical contacts in a computer, in a cell phone that we use to make or generate anything, it's got silver on it. So without silver, this pen would probably be like crude, I guess you could say. It wouldn't be shaped so smooth and stuff because, I mean, they could probably use copper, but it wouldn't come out as good. They use silver and oil and all that stuff, but it's not in everything. Greetings from Portugal. In Europe, you can still find awesome deals on sterling numismatic silver under melt. What do you think on stacking that? Mario? Okay, Mario. I think stacking sterling flatware is a good idea. You can find that at or below melt right now, but getting someone like I have some of that, and I'm not selling it because it's got wax in it. And I don't feel like taking it apart. But yeah, if you can get silver at or below melt, take what you can get. I remember back in 1980, I was just a kid. Some of my friends, I was in coins since 75. I'm 8 years old in 75, so I'm like 13 in there. So I'm just a kid, and I'm looking at my friends who's got these coin shops and stuff because I made friends with a lot of coin shop owners back then. And we had two lines when the Hunt brothers tried cornering the silver. You had one line was buying and one line was selling. And one of the guys wanted to buy silver. And the guy just bought, they had two windows, so to speak, or countertops. One was buying, one was selling. This guy that was buying over here, he was buying, he bought some sterling. And this guy said, I want 100 ounces. So this guy took and flopped that silver over there. He goes, I don't want that. I want pure silver. He says, I ain't got it. This is all I got. Go back in line. Oh, no, I'll take it. He said, nope, you already didn't want it. Go back in line. And that's what happened. It gets crazy sometimes. Zinc and copper have natural chemical reaction. Yes, they do. And that's why zinc kind of disappears so much. I'm going to, oh man, what are we, 45, 52? I'm going to speed up just a little bit here, guys. Do you think the silver will decrease in the amount of common date Morgans getting graded and cracked out? There is that possibility. A lot of times when silver surpasses the numismatic value, I don't think they'll be cracked out of the holders as much. But like a lot of the common cert dates, yeah, there's a chance that someone will somewhere will start melting them to make silver because they can buy them under the price if they're low grade. So it is a possibility. Whether it's actually going to happen to an extent to where it's going to increase the value, we don't know. But a lot of collectible coins every time in 1980, 2011, and now silver coins continue to get melted because the numismatic value is surpassed by the silver. Just picked up 27 hands and 48 fakes. Whoa, dude, you rock, man. Wow, what a deal. Okay, we are down to, so if you melt pennies and make art, you sell them for, no, you sell them for art, Spiky. Now you can melt the American coins because you're in Canada. We can melt the Canadian coins because we're in America. But I don't know what the rule is up in Canada, but in America, you can't melt an American copper penny for the copper unless you use it to make art. And then you sell it for the art, which is more than the weight of the copper. I don't know. It seems like a lot of work to try to extract copper and get the most money you can for it, to me. I know I'm kind of looking down a little bit because I'm scrolling the chat as I'm talking and I'm glancing for questions. I just seen one in the lost. Well, here we go. Mustang Dave. They're talking about sterling coins. Keith, sterling Portugal coins. Okay. If you can get them at spot or cheaper, yeah. Get them. Get whatever you can get right now, guys. I was talking about that story from 1980. That is going to be happening. It's already, like I said, my demand video I released Monday night after the auction on Whatnot. Don't forget to bookmark those, guys, if you do Whatnot. The demand video, someone made a comment about Detroit, 2-hour wait to try to buy silver. Don't know what store he was talking about. If he's in the chat, he may tell you what store. I don't know. But yeah, he's one of our regular customers. I'm sorry, not customers. One of our regular viewers. So I just can't remember the name. It's been so crazy. You guys got my head twirling right now, all these questions. When are the 20? Oh, man. That was wrong. That was a wrong night to do that, JJ. I'm so far behind, dude. Man, so the question for you is, how many of you guys yawned just now? That's the question. Marmelo, here we go, Mr. E. But it is illegal to bring U.S. coins to Canada to melt. It's illegal to take aluminum cans across state lines for a higher return, recycling, etc., i.e. Michigan. Yeah, that's right. You can't bring an aluminum can to Michigan and expect to cash it in for the 10-cent deposit. That's illegal. Just saying, right? Because we have a 10-cent deposit here. Wow. DCA, dollar cost average, and yeah, I think, Jay, we are all dollar cost averaging in an upward momentum. So, guys, don't forget, we got Floyd Friday video coming out. Those have been performing really well. Thank you, guys. I've been trying to do a video at least at a bare minimum every Monday after the Whatnot show at some point. It might be like last night was 10:30 at night. Thank you for the 4,000 views. And we like to do them after the Sunday and Monday shows so we can talk about what's going on in the market. It seems to be a little bit. I know some of you guys are like, man, that's late. But guys in California, dudes, it's like 7 o'clock when it's 10 o'clock here. So, yeah, there's that. It depends on where you're at. You know what they say? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Keith more flustered now than he. I know, right? I feel like I'm getting red. Oh yeah, when I'm on Whatnot, I get to going so fast. I shouldn't have wore a sweater tonight. I was afraid of I just jumped out of the shower, got my hair dry, and I'm like, man, I better keep warm, so I'm gonna put a sweater on. That's a mistake. Big mistake. I'm sweating now. And I normally don't sweat much. Concurring lion. Okay, here we go. Are you getting enough rest? I don't know. I mean, I've been sleeping weird. I'll sleep 3-4 hours, wake up, sleep 3-4 hours, wake up, and sometimes I'm up for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. But I've just been going for because when I roll, I know you guys don't want to hear about it, but I'm going to tell you anyway because it was just brought up if I was getting enough rest. I'm a side sleeper, so I sleep on my left side, so all my glands and everything, right? But when I'm sleeping, then I roll to my right, and then I'm like, trigger finger. That's why I figured out that's why my trigger finger took so long to heal. It's starting to get better. But I am getting enough overall sleep. I'm just only getting them in 4-hour increments. Here we go. Mudswat says 420 somewhere. Do you eat with silverware? No, I do not. Block has another guy from Canada. Thank you for the view, and my friend, I appreciate you. Silver is antibacterial, so that's a good thing. I personally don't. Just a minute. Oh, it got me. Oh, sorry about that. I personally don't eat with silver. It's antibacterial. It is used. Like the old cowboys, they used to have them wooden big old barrels in the middle of town, fill them up with water, and they throw a couple silver dollars down, keep the bacteria away from their water. The silver spoon ruined honey. I don't know. You're starting to ask questions. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know. My problem while sleeping is I all dream about. Oh, dude, see Bob. Oh man, you must be having some great dreams, my friend. No, I don't know what's been going on. I don't know if it's like the I don't know, the craziness of the business got me a little hyper and stuff. But yeah, I'm going to the doctor tomorrow myself. I had to take my kid to the doctor over in Detroit today, but I'm going to one here in Muskegon. Okay, here we go. It's 9 p.m. You made it. Oh, is it 9? No, I think I got another minute. I'm gonna be here for a minute at least. So, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate everybody. I mean, it's just been an exciting show. I made it for 1 hour all by myself. So that's a good thing, right? You guys all rock. Don't forget, check us out. We do an auction every. Oh, before you go, since I got 300 people here, there's something important I got to say. You ready for it? 25. That's right. 25 is the number. We hit 25,000 subscribers in 2025. We are going to give away, you heard that number, 25 pieces of silver. I'm not going to make a separate video about this. I'm only going to talk about this in a video about something or on a live show. 25 pieces of silver being given away. Guess the date. 25. On the 25th, we're replacing our Sunday auction with a giveaway. We have about 10 items already donated by people who watch the channel. Thank you so much. We have 25 plus pieces of silver we are giving away too. As hot as silver is, on the 25th of this month, to celebrate 25,000 subscribers that we got in the year 2025. I mean, it's ironic. 25. So definitely come check it out. Give us a thumbs up, guys. And if you want, hype this and share it. I mean, it's been a fun night for me. I hope you guys had fun. I do apologize if I didn't get to all of your questions, but thank you so much for being here. This is the most people we've ever had in the chat. Thank you. Guys, you all rock. And I will see you. My next live is Sunday with an auction on YouTube and Monday on Whatnot. And here next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, whatever time it is there, where you're at right now, an hour earlier than it is right now, next Tuesday, I will be here, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So have a great day, guys. And I think we're going to end this with over 260 people. You rock. See you next time.